In this episode of What Doin', we make our way through the beautiful desert and settle into a little Arizona town for a month of fun, entertainment, and learning about the cowboy way of life. Join us as we take a look at some team roping, we spend a little time with an old work friend learning to ride, we go on a couple of amazing desert hikes, and visit a gold mine that's still working. Oh, and check out some of our favorite shenanigans. This is Wickenburg, Arizona. Welcome to What Doin'. We're Deb and Aaron, two retirees originally from Washington State who love to travel the country, make new friends, have new adventures, scuba dive, hike, cook, and just about anything outdoors. Come along for the ride. You never know what kind of crazy adventures we're going to get mixed up in. And you never know what doing. When we start off talking about Wickenburg, Arizona, you almost have to start with the team roping. This is probably the most direct example of all the rodeo disciplines to relate back to the actual working cowboy on the range. Whether it's for branding the cattle, doctoring and inspecting, or any of the other necessary jobs on the range, you have to catch them first. The header's job is to rope the head and the horns and turn the steer so the heeler can lasso the back feet. The steer is then tied up so whatever task is needed can be done. These were all working cowboys displaying their skills and competing for prize money. The population of Wickenburg is just over 8,000 people, but with 7 roping arenas holding competitions every day during the season of October through April, the population triples and even quadruples. You know that we love to hike, and we found a great one just not too far from downtown. We kept Doug our truck just for the reason of being able to explore off the beaten path and hauling our dive gear and scuba gear around. This was one of the better maintained dirt roads we've ever traveled. We followed the well-posted signs and found our way to Sophie's Flat. It's a 6.7-mile loop that takes you out through the desert. We didn't see any rattlesnakes hiking here in February, but there are warning signs, and by March when it warms up, I'm sure they're going to be out.
How did we get so lucky to be able to do this full time? To wake up in the morning and go, what do you feel like doing today? Let's go for a hike in the desert.
This hike takes you through dry washes and some spectacular desert vegetation with saguaro, ocotillo, and palo verde trees. Right at the beginning, you can get lost on this hike. You'll hit this wash at 0.3 of a mile, and you walk up through the pedestrian part. When you see the pink flag at 0.5 of a mile, immediately start looking to your left, and you'll see the trail marker back in there, but there's nothing on the quad trail that will tell you you need to turn.
What I like about this is there's enough elevation gain to actually get a pretty good workout.
Why did they call it Sophie's Flat? It ain't. Not only are the saguaros, the barrel cactus, and everything else out here really cool. The rocks that you find poking up out of the trail. Look at the green in there.
Stick your hand in there.
That's gotta be coyote. Got a little poo here.
Nice little den.
Some of the trail will take you on side-by-side and jeep trails, so keep an eye out for them. Another great place to hike is the Hassayampa Preserve. Now, this is a county park that's run by Maricopa County Parks and Recreation as part of a 71,000-acre Vulture Mountains recreation area. One of the first things you'll notice at Hassayampa Preserve is how manicured and well-groomed the trails are. They must rake every morning to get all the leaves off. This place is just beautiful. All the mesquite, the ironwood trees. Pretty cool place. There's quite a few hikes you can do in the preserve. They're all short, but if you loop them all together, it makes big trails. But pack a snack, especially if you have a photographer, and especially
if there's herrings and turtles sitting on those.
My favorite bird of all time. Oh my gosh, it is friends. We're hiking along and Aaron finds his friend the cow.
Are you like me watching the front of this clip going, okay, this is like one of those videos where it goes tragically wrong?
Dr. Doolittle found a friend yet again. And this is where things go bad.
Yeah, I know. I should just stick to the smaller animals that can't kill me and the scenery. One of the great things that we're finding out about life on the road and full-time travel is that we get to meet new friends and meet up with old friends. We were lucky enough to meet up with Sean and Heather from Fortune Quarter Horses. They made the trip down from Montana to run some horse clinics during roping events. Deb surprised me with some lessons from Sean on horsemanship and riding. We started at the very beginning, learning the groundwork and getting used to how to move a horse and how to work as a team. Now, it's been years since I've done any real riding, and even the basics like getting into the saddle had to be relearned. Sean and Tuff were super patient, and I'm not exactly sure who was happier when I finally made it. Tuff was like going, "Yeah, finally." Starting out in the round pen, I learned the proper way to walk, rein, and let Tuff know what I was asking him to do. Tuff is Sean's ranch horse, and those two have a connection that is just unbelievable. Tuff knows what to do, but he made me learn how to tell him.
There you go. Now just squeeze. There you go.
Hold on again.
Yep. He's holding on. Well, if I thought he was going to buck, I'd have him hold on, but he's not going to buck. But Aaron might fall off, so he can hold on. Squeeze. And then just cluck to him. He'll go. Now put your left hand on his mane. Left hand, and now let go with your right. Let go. Relax.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Sean was my boss way back in the day when we were working in Washington, and I'm not sure whether it took more patience then or now.
Now lope him and you got a little more control. Cluck, look ahead. Look ahead. Look at, slow him down. Just a little. There you go.
Nice.
Nice. That wasn't bad. Just trot. You know how to do it. Post. Post. Up. 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 Now sit down and cluck to him. Kick him a little. There. Now ride that. Ride that. There you go. Relax. Don't get tense. And whoa. That was better, Aaron. Just walk. Good job. That's better.
Taylor Sheridan, I'm coming for you.
By the end of our time, I think I was feeling a lot more comfortable thanks to Sean. I know that Tuff and Riggins probably laughed at me during the post-ride grooming sessions. We decided to give the horses a break and practice a little bit on some team roping.
Wait, edit this out.
There, pull your slot.
Got it. Good. Go, you let go. Oh! What it goes wild.
Oh, and check out what we found way out in the middle of the desert. Skull Rock. Deb climbed under 2 barbed wire fences and crossed the train tracks to get up close for pictures. I just buzzed over with the drone. And remember Sean? Well, he's a multi-talented cowboy. We got to meet some more new friends and meet up with some old friends at Rancho Bar 7 and listen to him sing.
Telephone rang about 9:15. Heard his voice on the other end of the line. Wondered what was wrong this time.
I'm glad Sean has a great sense of humor and he never knows when I'm going to holler more cowbell while he's playing.
More cowbell!
We took Doug on another off-road excursion out to the middle of a desert and even got to tour a gold mine. We made a separate video on that. I'll put a link to it down in the comments if you want to see the entire experience. But it was really cool to get a tour and to meet Raleigh, Kathy, Al, and Lane.
So we found the only brewery in Wickenburg, Vulture Peak Brewing. Let's go inside and check it out.
We met Bryce and Susan and got the backstory on the brewery. He started brewing when he was about 18 years old and just keep getting bigger and better. This is a small batch brewery that is getting bigger but still has that family feel. Even the beers on the menu were inspired by family or created as a tribute to lost family members.
So we have live music. For the month of March, I've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got live music.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. This is, what are you having?
Cowboy Kevin.
Cowboy Kevin.
I gotta get on the other
Strongest
side.
beer on the menu.
The strongest beer. What?
That's 8.9% alcohol, and it's a commemorative beer for Jeremy the brewmaster. His older brother who was an Army Ranger, was killed by a drunk driver, and there's family things throughout our menu, and that's his celebration of his brother, and the reasoning that the Kevin is his brother, so that's where the Cowboy Kevin comes in, and it's the reason he ties his brother to this beer is because it's a really nice, smooth, drinkable beer that you have a lot of fun with, but don't cross it. If you have 2 or 3 of them, it'll lay you out, and so his brother was just a very gentle giant that it was really fun to be around, but don't cross him.
Until
as an Army
you reach
Ranger,
that point.
you hit that point and it's over.
That's a perfect tribute.
Yeah. So, and people, a lot of times people will say sorry for bringing it up or whatever, but what we talked about before starting was that it keeps the names alive and keeps the memories of the people and discussion about them, and so that it's a positive thing for us.
Keeps them fresh and keeps them current.
Yep.
Cool.
If you've never been to Wickenburg, Arizona, it should be on your list. It's a little piece of the Old West when times were a little more laid back, people were always happy to see you, and your inner cowboy gets to take center stage. We'd planned for a 2-week stay and ended up being there for the entire month of February. And before we left, we made reservations to stay February of 26 right back here. Whether it's riding, roping, shopping, or just enjoying the warm temperature in the desert, Wickenburg is a great little town. That's about it for this episode. Thanks for joining us on our adventures, and as always, watch for us on the road, in a campground, on a trail, or even on horseback, because you never know what doing.